The Elimination Chamber is all set up. We have possibly new tag team champions, and WrestleMania's main event now has a little bit of flair.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, everybody? We got a full squad in studio. The air conditioning is off. It's about to get sweaty. One more person. We have our own Elimination Chamber. What's up, everybody? This is the Raw After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Johnny LaQuasa here with you. Let's go around the room. We have so much to talk about. The road to WrestleMania is in full speed. So the lovely lady next to me, you see her every single day on VH1, formerly of TMZ. She is Toronto's own. You follow her at TK Trinidad. She's TK Trinidad.
What's up?
So humble. Such a humble hello.
Yeah. I liked it.
And way across the other side of the studio, he is one of the hosts of the Something to Wrestle With after shows. Also go to his website, realtalker.com, to see all about movies. He's Jim Alexander.
Hey, that's a perfect way to introduce me. I can't say any more than that. Also on NXT, where the studio is much colder.
Damn! Shout out to AC.
Monday night. We don't need the AC in here. It's good to burn calories this late at night.
One more black person in here, we gonna need a whole bunch of AC, man. I'm keeping it real, bro. We generate hate.
Do you want to?
Hot show.
Halftime heat.
I'm going to get to you in a second. All right. Next to Jim, also one of the co-hosts on the Something to Wrestle With after show, also a very funny comedian, Flobo Boys.
I'm so glad to be part of this. I am a top guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
You can't really self-proclaim
I put myself over. Yeah.
I was always thinking something totally different when you said top guy. I was like,
Hey,
oh,
you
that's
know,
what
it
we
was a
doing.
relation to today's episode. Now
okay.
I made it
He's
weird.
Okay. My bad.
And the man on the couch who needed my help to open his Uptime energy drink 2 minutes ago.
Oh.
To be fair, he did put cocoa butter on his hands, so a little bit more slippery. He's America's chocolate sweetheart. He's the host of the NXT After Show every single Wednesday right here on AfterBuzz TV. Evan T. Mac.
Shout out to Uptime, man, and shout out to Johnny Costa.
He has the whole family. His wife is posting pictures on Uptown.
Listen, you gotta rep the sponsor,
If they
man.
don't
Yeah,
start
the
giving you
childproof
money, I
locks.
don't know what.
And real talk, I couldn't open this bottle to save my life. It was struggle was real.
I've
man.
never, it's been a while since I felt that masculine. Opening an Uptime for a more athletic, larger individual than me. Just get one of these. Here you go, bro.
Here you go, bro.
You need that energy, so drink it up now.
You know you're
Open up next
like
time.
a guy that's like a chauvinistic kind of guy, like macho guy. When you were like hoping you didn't open it, even though I wanted to drink. I was like, Kobe doesn't open his drink. I was like rooting against you to open the drink because I couldn't open it.
My
See,
pride
Uptime?
is large, but glass.
I know.
This is why Uptime needs to sponsor the entire Mac family. That's
I
what
agree,
it
man.
means.
Exactly.
For real. I need more energy to open up. Shout out to Uptime.
All right, let's get right into it. Top story, everyone. Well, all the McMahons got involved tonight except for Shane, and you know, I was wondering. I kind of like how all this happened. Okay, so is Becky gonna apologize? Generally, in professional wrestling, what happens? The person doesn't apologize. She beats everyone up in the room, and she storms out, and she has hell to pay over the next couple of months. But no, she does apologize. Because let's be honest, if we're being realistic, it ain't that hard.
Nope.
You say you're sorry, you get your match at WrestleMania, but the chairman of the board, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, comes out, and now things are going to get interesting. He suspends her for 60 days, which ends 5 days after WrestleMania, and he adds Charlotte Flair to the main event. So as of now, where we stand, or sit right now, it is Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, main event, WrestleMania 35.
Not for long. Give it till Elimination Chamber passes, and we're gonna have a triple threat that we've been talking about potentially happening. This is reminding me of WrestleMania 2000, where kind of the McMahons take their sides with a wrestler. Vince got Charlotte. Does that now have Stephanie and Triple H go side with Becky after this? And then Ronda Rousey, she's kind of on an island. Isn't she the one that was brought in, and she's kind of fighting for herself now, it seems like? But
Well, she's a champion, so.
Yeah, I feel McMahons are involved in this main event type of feud and match leading up to it, and there's going to be a lot of them into it.
Well, TK, what do you feel about the way this, happened? Because now we still have 6, 7, 8 weeks before WrestleMania.
Which is awesome. Like
Yeah.
I feel like if Becky said sorry and they said, okay, you can go on, now we have 6 or 7 weeks up to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Where now you bring on Charlotte, now it's like, well, what's gonna happen? Is it gonna be a triple threat? Is she gonna beat Charlotte to a pulp, and then she's gonna like, is Ronda gonna lose the belt right before? Like, there's a couple more options now, opposed to okay, it's Becky and Ronda.
Okay,
Miss
Coco
Trinidad.
Cena. Coco
Oh,
Cena.
boy.
Let me talk to you right now.
man.
So here's the deal, Coco Cena.
I'm not happy
No,
right
no,
now.
but by doing it this way, here's the deal. Obviously, it was a plan, and Charlotte she's Charlotte Flair. Is it going to make it awkward for Ric Flair's birthday party in 2 weeks? Oh, hell yeah, it's going to. But Charlotte was already getting so many boos, and to their credit, they said, you know what? People are going to boo the holy hell out of her if we add her to this match. We might as well go all in and make it really bad. So let's have Vince come out. Let's have her suspend Becky Lynch, and let's add Charlotte Flair to the match.
I agree with every point you're making. The only way this makes sense is if Becky does win, despite all the shenanigans.
Even at
despite
Mania.
all the shenanigans, like she wins at WrestleMania. She wins in the main event because they could not resist, could they?
You're getting ahead of yourself right
No,
now.
no, please, listen.
Oh.
Jim's right. Triple threat match. Now listen, they just had to do it, didn't they? They could not let Becky Lynch do one-on-one match with Ronda Rousey.
Well, no.
They had to do it, didn't they?
Because it's going to be Stone Cold versus Vince again. Becky is like the
I hope
female
you're right,
Stone
bro.
Cold right now. And also think back to 5 years ago, WrestleMania 30. How much did Daniel Bryan have to fight? They did what they call it, the sit-in or in the ring where all the fans came in.
Right.
I feel you. It was kind of different though because bro, they really did not want DB to get in that title match though. Like truly though.
I think people they don't care for Ronda to have the belt anymore.
But I don't know that now. Now I don't know that. Now it's this like this thing where it's put it like this. They're insulting the crowd's intelligence. The crowd wanted that main event. They did though. You can hear them. They wanted the main event between her and Ronda. They wanted her. Listen, triple threats are not always the way to go.
Yeah, but we don't know if that's
Oh,
actually
come
gonna
on, man.
happen.
What's gonna happen then? What's gonna happen?
I already gave you a couple options.
What?
I honestly,
Jim, where they going with this?
Triple threat. It's the
All right.
reason I've been talking about. You can't have Ronda versus Becky on the mic leading up to promote this feud. They needed Charlotte in there to infuse some mic skills to hype up this feud more so and at least have it carry over. We still have so much time to Mania. You just can't have it Becky versus Ronda going at it right now because Ronda can't hold the mic. Now Ronda isn't as much of a focus. You can put Charlotte into an equation. She takes away the light from Ronda where
Fair
she
point.
can just do her thing.
Okay, Flo, but
Yeah,
what do you
what
think
was-
is more likely here? Is it going to be the triple threat, or are we going to see maybe a Becky versus Flair match to see who will face Ronda at WrestleMania?
It has to be a triple threat. But what really was
I hope I'm
special to
wrong.
me was how they did it. It wasn't like this happened on SmackDown where Charlotte's on that brand. They brought her out like, here you go. So now I'm hoping they address the fallout of every other Raw women's superstar being passed over, essentially, for this anointed person who may be the #1 contender.
Now, I understand the argument you're both giving here. I do think a main event for WrestleMania would still be Ronda versus Becky one-on-one.
Hell yeah.
But when you have someone as good as Charlotte Flair, in my opinion, you can argue she's the greatest of all time.
Ooh, easy.
Already. I think you can.
Easy.
If you look at what she does in the ring, what she does in the mic,
Conversation, surely.
And she's more established than Becky. Let's face it. Becky's on
why
an
is she more
incredible
established than
high.
Becky?
Not right now.
hot
Not
streak.
right now. She's not.
She's on a hot streak. But a year ago, we didn't really talk about Becky at all. She was just part of the mid card. She
Wasn't
was on
her
the same
fault.
level.
Yeah.
That's not her fault,
And that's
though.
the thing. It's like why is Charlotte who she is, and then why is Becky where? Obviously, it's a name thing. Not taking away
Without
from
question.
Charlotte's ability, but if she wasn't Charlotte Flair, then she might be on the same level.
She's
of
already
Becky
she's already like a 19-time champion already. Like, come on, man.
compared to.
But Charlotte put in the work, though. Yeah, she has a name that does help
Everybody
you out.
puts in the
But,
work, bro. That's
No,
ridiculous.
but what I'm
That's
saying
ridiculous.
is there are people who have the talent, which Charlotte does, and there's people that have some talent that get exemplified. Like I'm looking at compared to like I don't think you've read wrestlers anymore, but Lacey Von Erich, for example. I mean, she was good.
She had the
but
name.
She had the name. She had the name, but it didn't connect everything together like how Charlotte made it work.
That's Ric Flair's daughter.
That's also true.
She's like the GOAT.
and that's my
He has like rap songs after it. Like I mean,
Like seriously, man. Like
In the
that
video
dude's
game,
an.
too.
There's
Yeah.
wrestlers and there's an upper echelon of wrestlers. Everybody knows that. We can act like we can pretend. We all have our little favorites, but there's a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers.
oh yeah,
mean,
for sure.
And Ric Flair is sitting there.
He's in
chilling.
Amigos video.
He's in Amigos video for goodness sakes.
That's true.
The song's named after the dude, man.
It's in the video game this year too, so I can't even lie.
With that being said, though, it doesn't mean that Becky has not earned this
No,
moment.
of course she did. And Evan, she's still probably gonna win the damn title at WrestleMania.
Probably,
and when
huh?
you beat Charlotte and Ronda, it's a bigger deal.
What if Charlotte Flair wins that title? Because the first woman to win the main event of WrestleMania, it won't be Becky.
I would have to disagree because
I hope I'm wrong.
Daniel Bryan won twice in WrestleMania 30, the first match and the last match. And here's the deal: if I'm WWE, I do the same thing right now.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the first women's main event in the history of WrestleMania. You have Ronda Rousey, the baddest woman on the planet, the greatest female UFC fighter of all time. Of course, you're going to add the daughter of arguably the greatest in-ring performer and person on the mic
Then
of all
leave
time.
Becky alone and leave Becky on the mid card somewhere there.
No,
since she's so good, she's so great. Put Becky on the sideline.
You put Becky in the match
Oh, what
because
you
she
need Becky
is
for?
the people's champ.
You got Ronda, UFC. You got Charlotte Flair, the legend. Oh, what you need the last kicker for? Don't sit there on there, little steampunk on, sit on down and
Why
just
you talking
have
like that?
fans.
Why you talking like that?
Why you need her though? You know?
You talking Cena? Why you talking?
Listen, man. I'm hot and bothered right now. I got the uptime, man. Shout out
Hot and
to
bothered.
uptime. I'm here. Listen, I am not feeling it right now. Damn it.
So wait, you would rather have Becky be taken out of the match?
No.
You just said that.
I'm being facetious because of how ridiculous the situation is.
However, that's the thing, though. Because it's so ridiculous, you are getting up in arms, your panniers are getting to the bunch, everybody's yelling. That's what WWE, we want to talk about this. So it's created a conversation. Also,
Yes.
just pinpoint, want to shout out Erica Fleming. She sent me a message on my Facebook. She's like, I listened to the AfterBuzz Raw show on YouTube podcast and love the informative, entertaining, and wish you and the rest of the crew luck.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's what's up. Yeah.
Sorry for my
whose
reading
luck I
skills.
wish?
Yeah.
But listen, all jokes aside though, Johnny Boy, I hope I'm wrong. Who the hell don't like Charlotte Flair? It's Charlotte Flair. You know what I mean? No matter how they build this, who knows what's gonna happen in Elimination Chamber? Things happen. Fastlane, shit. I mean, sugar on the iced tea happens. You know what I mean? Like it's, stuff happens. So you're absolutely right. Injuries happen. Things happen. Tornadoes happen. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
But at the moment, in present time, I was a little taken aback. That's all I'm saying.
I get it.
The way it was done.
I just got done watching Raw, Johnny. I'm
Right.
fresh off of
But
Raw.
that's good.
Let me
It's
process
creating-
this.
It's creating an
It
emotion.
was the way it was done. It was the way it was done. It was saying, oh, we got the resolution because
Yeah.
Becky did decide to apologize. We're thinking, that's it. I'm thinking someone else will come down the ring. But no, it was the chairman of the WWE saying, actually, I don't accept your apology. You're suspended for 60 days. And by the way, literally two
I love
hands
that, though.
two hands looking up the ramp. Here's your new opponent.
I love Vince,
I was
man.
just like, wow. Total gut punch. I enjoyed it.
It's Vince, man. I love when he came out. I was like,
Yeah, that swing in the arms and all that.
Let us not forget, WrestleMania is meant to be the ultimate conclusion of stories.
Correct.
And generally, that is when you get the big payoff. You got to make people wait. You got to make the
Touche.
fans angry. Look at how much
You're right,
Daniel
bro.
Bryan, he got screwed over at
Yeah.
SummerSlam
Unreal.
8 months before Mania by Randy Orton and Triple H. And he had to fight and claw and scratch to get that main event.
100%.
He had to win his first match at Mania and then come back 3 hours later.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I think this is, I get it. I understand people want one-on-one. But, TK, don't you think adding Charlotte, it's going to make it that much bigger of a
I'm just
deal?
so-
TK's like, nope, somebody
Well,
else.
because the thing is, Charlotte. How many times has Charlotte won?
Enough.
And she compared to somebody like, and you already know my favorite is Naomi. She still needs to improve on the mic skills, but she deserves a chance too, and she's somewhere. You know what I'm
She's
saying?
with Team
It's
of Carmella, yeah.
So it's just kind of one of those things where, yeah, Charlotte does deserve it, but I feel like
box
we need
office.
to.
Best of the best.
there's a
and
lot
that's
of
what they're
people.
going to do. They're going to bring in the three. What does Charlotte do then? If it's Becky versus Ronda, where does that leave Charlotte? Wrestling Asuka somewhere? That's not big enough for WrestleMania. You need the three biggest names in the women's division.
That's
going
fair.
at it together because Charlotte then is on the outside, and that's unfair to her too if she's not part of this triple threat.
Right. But you know why you would say Charlotte and just wrestling Asuka is because they haven't created a good storyline for Asuka.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about emotion, right? So they created emotion. You have Evan over there or Coco Cena hot and bothered, yelling,
Uptime.
doing all this stuff.
Shout
doing
out to
uptime,
Uptime.
all that stuff. It's like they created a story and now we're passionate behind the story. You can do the same with other folks, but they just choose not to. There's plenty of time.
Becky's was very organic.
Yeah.
And no
That was
other
the
woman
difference.
on the roster did what she did this past 6 months.
100%, bro.
And so it's almost like the whole thing where we talk about what should be the main event. Men versus women, it should be the greatest story, the greatest build-up, and
You're
what
right,
the
bro.
people are into.
And the
people
greatest
are
story
into this match.
where we're losing out is Seth freaking Rollins
Yeah, I
here.
beg to
That's the
differ.
guy that's being built for a year. Over a
Way
year.
too much build, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And he's the most consistently built. Let's
Are
be
you
honest.
saying he's wait? Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa!
God.
Are
He's
you
losing
saying?
out on a
take.
main event
I'm
moment at
sensing some
WrestleMania here.
sexism.
Gross.
Jim, are you trying to tell me that people care more about Seth Rollins winning the Rumble and fighting Brock Lesnar than people care about Ronda, Becky, and
No
Charlotte?
way
Are
in
you
hell.
Don't know because they're not allowing Seth Rollins to get any sort of spotlight.
He's
They're
on
putting
the
him in-
Monday night. What? Oh, we gotta stop this show.
I mean, you
We
did not
gotta
just say that.
We gotta stop this show right now.
No, I like Jim playing
Devil. He's just playing the devil.
playing devil's advocate when he knows he's wrong, and I appreciate someone has
He
to do
gets no
that.
one
Please,
time, no
somebody
time.
on Twitter cut that out with him just
What?
saying the devil. That's amazing.
What did he just say? He was on Monday Night fighting Dolph Ziggler 997,000 times.
You do realize, plus, Seth Rollins has already won a main event at WrestleMania.
Lord.
He didn't have a WrestleMania match, a main event match. He interrupted. He had to run in. He cashed it in. He did not have a Roman Reigns type of moment where he's at the end.
Gag me with a spoon.
Guess what?
Guess what? That's the
Cena
business.
moment.
That's the business, no matter
He's
what.
your biggest star right now. He is your biggest star in a company that you
biggest
have. Roman's gone. There's no one that's
Roman
bigger for the
Reigns,
future
please.
and right now than
the
he
chat
is.
is not
Cena's
liking
gone.
you. Say, go Seth, boo this man.
Boo this
And
man.
then
It's
Zeno
fine.
Howard
Boo
is
me. I don't
calling
care.
Jim the devil.
He's a heel, brother. Heel, Jim, brother.
Yeah.
I like
Here's
Seth
what I
as-
don't understand. You do realize what happened last year at WrestleMania. They put Brock and Roman last because it was supposed to go last, and guess what? No one cared.
No
Brock
one.
Because
came-
it was a rematch. We've seen that before
That's
already.
not
That's
my
not-
point.
that's not the point.
They went last because they were supposed to be the main event.
Yes.
Brock and Rollins are supposed to be the main event. Guess what happens if they go last and try to follow those women? People ain't gonna give a
They ain't
damn.
gonna give a damn. Because I'm gonna be there, right out
I
in bushy
agree.
tail.
I
I'm gonna be
agree
like,
with
boo.
that. I agree because they're not building at all. It's
Yes,
an
they
afterthought.
are. They're trying to build it. but
Every
Brock doesn't
week.
show up.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah, Paul Heyman this week doing a tease.
Yeah.
I say this: if you're not a fan of professional wrestling and you're those casual fans, you only buy WrestleMania. It is a much easier to sell to say, "Hey, Becky Lynch, the daughter of Ric Flair, and Ronda Rousey,
Yeah.
remember her?"
Well, like I said, I
match."
wouldn't say it's easy. It's become easy. This has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're, what you're
Okay,
saying,
you're
what
right,
you're
you're
saying
right,
is
you're right.
preposterous.
This is
This is going to be the first time in history you can actually sell that before a men's main
I'm telling
event.
you, I think
It's amazing.
that women's match is going to be so hot. You can follow it directly after Rollins and Brock, and they'll have no trouble.
Oh my God, 100%. This thing is huge, man, and I love how
Huge
far.
for the WWE inside
Yeah.
that
Yeah, yeah,
universe or outside.
Yes.
Remember, WrestleMania is they're trying to attract viewers that haven't watched
They
wrestling or
always
just
do.
casual fans.
Right.
Wait.
Yeah. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. Okay, let's just take it. Let's just.
Brock Lesnar's. I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar's more over than anyone else. Like nationally
you just
and
said,
outside
you just
the
said
industry.
casual fans, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take it in mainstream media, right?
Yeah.
So
Hot take.
with Ronda Rousey, with Brock Lesnar, who's getting more mainstream media?
Yes. She's going TMZ on your ass.
Somebody just got TMZ.
I think Ronda recently, over the last year or so,
No.
Lesnar in more of a long
That's
term.
fine.
Sure.
This
I-
year's WrestleMania, though.
So, former employee of TMZ, we've covered Ronda Rousey
every
on
day.
several occasions. beyond her joining the WWE, before
Box
she started
office.
WWE, when she was in the UFC with Brock Lesnar, we haven't covered him as much. So at the end
Because
of the day,
he's been in the WWE for a few years already, and
yeah,
Ronda's
but
been
even
there
when he
less
was
than a year.
when he was going back to the UFC, he wasn't as big as Ronda Rousey.
She's box office.
So
man.
at the end of the day, with mainstream media, people are gonna know Ronda Rousey is more of a household name than Brock Lesnar with
Yeah.
the casual fan.
And add to the fact that no one has a better PR machine than WWE. You telling me the first women's match to ever headline WrestleMania is not going to get
it's
big PR?
It's women's revolution. We're in the middle of Me Too movement. Like
Yeah. No.
you
It's
have to.
It's just too perfectly done. And like I said, Brock has been wearing people out over the years by the part-time stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this perfect storm of things that are going on. Ron is there every Monday. Like I said, the house show TK sent me on. I'm at the house show like, that's a pretty good house show. Ronda Rousey came out of the house show.
Wow.
I was like, huh?
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, she was in
Yeah.
a dark match house show. No one. I was like, what is going on right now?
Props to being a champ.
Yeah, you can talk. You can call it practice. You can call whatever you want to call it. That's unbelievable. That's
Let me ask
Ronda
you guys-
Rousey.
Hold on. This is for you, Jim. Zeno Hour says, "Get a priest. Jim needs an exorcism."
Satanist. May the power of Christ compel.
Let me
Jim.
make one point here. What happened? Oh, fine, I agree. It's a hottest angle going on right now. No question about it.
Yeah.
What happens after WrestleMania if Ronda, especially if
point.
Ronda
Backlash.
leaves?
Great point.
At least Rollins is there to stay. He can be your champion.
So are
he can
Becky
go for
and Charlotte.
Okay, but then
That's a
you don't
great
have that. Ronda's giving them the spotlight nationally.
Right.
Because I mean, in the industry, we know Becky's legitimate. So is Charlotte. But outside of it. Ronda's the name that they're putting them with to kind of get that attention for them.
Right.
Once Ronda leaves, it's just back to the old. Becky can be over, but it's then Becky and Charlotte.
I like what you're saying.
But what does it do after me?
I like what you're saying, Jim. But listen, the thing about WWE, man, like with all due respect, they're worried about WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it's
and after
definitely-
WrestleMania, there's a lot.
Their job,
It's just like it's a reset.
Their job is to
Backlash.
build. Their job is to build to the Super Bowl of wrestling. Then when they knock out those numbers and they get those new subscribers and they get that sold out thing, then they move on to the next
and
thing.
you
That's
talk
their
about-
job. They're not worried about next year.
You're talking about people leaving. You think we're going to see Lesnar until Survivor Series after WrestleMania? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
And
not. I agree.
Paul Heyman joking around like he's not here. Everyone's like, yeah.
Well, you will see
Right.
Rollins every week.
Man,
And there's and it's just rumor that Ronda's leaving. We don't know for sure she's leaving.
That's true.
She's
We don't.
again, so we don't know that. And like I was agreeing with Coco Cena. The thing is, after WrestleMania, it feels like you take a break.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's like
they
this-
take a break and you take a break because you can't stay on like
Yeah.
10 all the time.
You're
you
like-
have to.
It's the season finale.
be honest,
After Monday Night Raw, Tuesday,
After
SmackDown.
WrestleMania, that should be a time kind of for the main event players to take a back seat and allow other people to step up to that next level. People
true.
like, like a lot of the recent call-ups who right now are kind of in the weird little purgatory that we'll get to.
Yeah.
But who's no longer in purgatory, the Revival.
Oh,
Finally.
Yeah, good for them.
Those are the
Interesting.
top guys from what I was preferencing earlier. I'm not saying
Didn't-
either. I think I had
Now you brought it back. It's like, okay.
It's callback.
All right.
Did anyone,
I appreciated the joke. I appreciate it.
so I didn't know this match was even going to happen. And then did anyone else have the same thought process that I did when I saw
Yes.
Gable and Rude come out? I go, oh,
They,
there's
they
no
have the
chance.
belt. That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Completely forgot.
I walked. I came out like I was in the kitchen. I was like, when they get the they got the belts. That's right.
Yeah, because the AOP had it kind of that same fuzzy time period. Like they had it for like 4 or 5 weeks right before the reset.
I think they beat AOP, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I think
That
they
shows
did,
you the
yeah.
state
That was
of the tag teams that we always talk
The
about.
peeing on the road bit, but that was during the reset. When that happened, they became champs. So it was kind of weird to watch all 4 of those guys, and they gave them the extra time. So I knew something was going to happen.
What a match, though.
Yeah, it was
Unbelievable,
solid.
man.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
always, when 4 people can wrestle, that's what happens. That usually happens. And you let them wrestle, that's usually what can happen. 2 well-oiled machines. 4, even though, wait a minute, because I'm going to put you all the way on blast, Filipito. You ain't going to just come up on set, sit on down with your elbows.
okay,
Let me
yeah.
drink my Uptown real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, we're talking before the show in the green room. So you know,
Don't water it down. Listen, what's your problem with Chad Gable now?
I don't like his face.
No,
I don't like his face.
explain it to the unwashed and washed masses.
Okay, for sure. Well, the guys, I don't know how often you watch, but I do think everyone's allowed that one superstar, no matter how good they are, how much charisma they are, you just don't feel it. And for me, it's Chad Gable. I see his face, I just want to be like, ah. So I love Bobby Roode. I love the tights and the gimmick and all that stuff. But as far as Chad, I just can't get
I
behind
mean, at
him.
least they did something with him.
Yeah, they found a way to make it work. I know with American Alpha,
Not
being a
anymore.
thing
You got to
anymore,
split
but-
those two
Yeah, now
apart.
that's straight up BMP territory right there.
Yeah.
That loss, I was happy because I was like, uh-oh.
But I
Black
will say
man's
this.
purgatory.
I think that I don't know how true the whole rumor about the Revival possibly leaving was, but
They've been
boy,
talking about that for a while,
Well,
Quattro.
that sure changed quickly, and so I think now you talk about the state of the tag team titles. Who has them? No one remembers. This is the time, man. Revival
Yes.
Lock him down for sure.
needs
Make
to
a
keep 'em,
move.
and they need to have something cool at WrestleMania. I don't know if it's going to be a massive multi-team match or whatever, but either way, yes.
Pre-show tournament, I don't give a...
They're so like bland and boring that they're good because they're just wrestlers. They're just pure straight
Straight
up
up.
wrestlers. No gimmicks, no special attire, anything.
I
They're
miss
just
those
straight up
kind.
old school wrestlers.
I miss those kind of things. Every
Yeah.
now and again, you need those sprinkled out between the main roster. I like guys that just beat the brakes off you and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with
That
that.
Lance Storm spot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, why not?
Somebody who also liked something, quote, from Michael on the live chat, he said, I'm just here for the boudoir and Johnny and Coco Cena's dance, and I watch you all every week, which kind of leads us to the boudoir.
Oh, hey, that's a nice little segue.
TK's Buddha. TK's Buddha.
Oh, you're dancing too, Jim?
This is the song we won't get sued
The
for.
exorcism is taking over.
The Holy Spirit is inside of Jim
Man,
Alexander.
Jim is possessed. Shout out to the Exorcist.
Oh, my goodness.
And Uptime. Shout out to the Exorcist drinking Uptime.
Oh my goodness. So my boudoir is just to
Yeah.
one person today, and
Ooh.
it's Elias with the kimono jacket. I feel like man and woman could wear it. You can wear it with clothes, you can wear it without clothes.
Word.
It's a whole situation. Imagine your girlfriend, wife comes home, you're wearing the kimono.
Nothing underneath.
Nothing else. Oh, butt naked.
Yeah. Is the boudoir song playing? Because that's sexy as hell.
Yeah, that's a joke. Can you make love to the boudoir song?
I mean, it sounds the way that you two are dancing. You just got on board, Jim. So
Yeah,
you
Jim
might
with it
start
though.
to
Jim
dance.
with it.
It seems like you guys sing this in the shower, like it dawns on you.
I sing it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I got beef with you though, man. I'm telling you, if you come on this show one more time and this boudoir drop and you don't put Charlie Caruso in there, we gonna have a problem. She fine as hell, man. Charlie Caruso is fine.
Short
as hell.
hair or long hair?
It's like I don't know. It's just like I just noticed it. You know when you see somebody every week, you just like, yo, wait a minute, hold on, she fine as hell.
Consistently fine. I agree.
I'm trying to listen to the dude's interview. I'm like, I ain't worried about this interview, man. Y'all better stop cutting off Charlie Caruso.
Call it Charles.
Shout out to Uptime.
I know. I hate when they do that. Yeah.
She fine as hell. She better be in your boudoir next week, man.
Okay, facts. Remind me.
I was like, what, Lord?
I'm just
You
waiting.
know I never do that.
I'm just letting him finish.
He's going, yeah.
I was like, Caruso.
Mini Shannon Sharp there.
So,
That's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
No, it's not. I
That ain't no
mean,
problem.
he's from about Alabama as well, right?
Georgia.
okay.
Georgia.
So
I
we
was
got
like,
a couple,
what country is that?
Savannah.
A couple ideas in chat roll as far as who will face the revival. One idea was Lucha House Party. Look, I love those guys. The crowd doesn't. One idea that I do love: Heavy Machinery Revival. Holy Lord, that'd be fun.
Oh, that would be fun.
I like-
Have they signed to a brand? Because they both feature in SmackDown and Raw. Have they committed to a brand, or does it
Nah.
matter with the shake-up?
I like
right?
that
Is
idea.
anyone-
Doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Either way, an incredible match. Revival tag team champs for the first time, I believe.
Yes.
To you.
There you go. Moving on. So Elimination Chamber. It's going to be six tag teams for the women. Wow, that's going to be a lot going on. Sasha and Bayley lost a triple threat tonight, so therefore they're going to be entering number 1 into the chamber. To me, this is very, very. To me, it's kind of obvious. I think they're going to win the whole thing, especially.
Iconics.
No, the opposite.
You think that kind of?
I think
They could.
that
I think Sasha Bayley.
they're really
win
good on the mic too.
They're turning. They got to turn on each other and have another
100%.
women's match.
Like I think it's gonna cost them. Yeah.
They're turning. They've been setting that up for a year almost.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was at that
Way
show.
too
I was at
long.
the show in San Diego when the Bailey turned on Sasha. They had that weird promo backstage when they were walking to the ring, being like, "We're besties. Even though we had our problems, we're still good." And Sasha got injured again, leaving Bailey to fight.
So you
for
think they're gonna
herself.
pull it out like in a tight one though?
Well,
Buster?
yeah.
Flip it
Oh,
out?
okay. Oh,
Both of y'all?
I was thinking they win the titles and then maybe all hell breaks loose at WrestleMania, and they drop the titles.
Standard WWE booking is you have the first champ and they lose it quickly, and the second pair becomes the one that's associated with the belt.
I mean,
right?
it's okay. Let's
American
say
Championship or-
let's say something happens this Sunday. Is 6 weeks is enough for the rivalry
It
to
is.
come to a head, and then
It's six.
A lot of people in the chat are saying Sasha's still injured.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
she can turn on her. Anyway,
So,
then
okay.
be back for WrestleMania, and that's her revenge match or whatnot.
Quite
that sets it
possibly.
up nice.
I'm gonna look up these 6 teams. Then I'm gonna go around the room and I'm gonna ask y'all.
They,
who you think
they
is gonna-
legitimately have me intrigued about this match. It's the first tag titles in the women's history.
Yeah.
It's such a big moment for women and like whoever they choose to give the call to. I don't even think they pull the trigger on that yet because they usually wait for a little bit. And
Right.
it's gonna be. I have no clue.
Okay, I'm gonna go around the room real quick. Just want a simple answer. So we got Nia Jax and Tamina versus Riot Squad versus Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville versus Iconics, Bayley Sasha, Naomi Carmella. If you say it ain't Bayley Sasha, you tell me a team that is.
Oh,
I'm high on
yeah.
Deville and Rose personally. I think they have a good shot of winning.
I
mean,
wouldn't do that.
I love Australian women. I hope it's Iconics, but it's going to be Nia and Tamina. It's a given.
It's a given.
It's a given.
Is it really?
It's a given.
They've been just coming. I mean, they've been just like knocking out every team.
Grown men and everything.
Literally, Nia. Yeah. So I don't see who stops them.
I wouldn't. I'm not mad. Listen, I want. Listen, y'all act like I want the purgatory field.
Who's it gonna be then?
I want it like empty. I want the black
Who is it gonna be?
Iconics.
That's okay.
It's insane, but
Yeah,
maybe.
I want Nia and Tamina, but I'm seeing the Iconics because it's like they're just well-rounded.
They're a real tag team.
However,
That's true. Yeah.
skill-wise, it's just like that's my concern. Like, how long are you gonna hold on to it skill-wise?
What do you mean?
Against other-
Tamina's not skilled.
No.
She's not.
Shots fired up in here.
She's injured all the time.
Tamina needs to win because there's nothing left for her to do if she doesn't win that tag
Her
team title
mobility
with
is
Nia.
limited,
What are you going to
yeah.
do with
Air
it?
points, man.
I mean, because I feel like if Nia and Tamina win, they're not gonna hold it for very long, but it's still like I would prefer to see them. With the Iconics, I think they're going to be good champions as far as talking on the mic and talking trash and going back and forth. But
Talking all kinds of shows. We were the first female champion. Yeah.
Here's the thing. First female tag teams the champions of all time, I think you want to crown champions that the crowd will react to.
Johnny, I got you. Bring back the Bella Army. What's going on?
I actually was talking about this on.
The best in the world.
Where I was going.
Yeah, I was talking about this on Total Bellas. If you haven't watched it, we actually did an after show for it.
Bella Army.
Today. They have been training,
Oh.
so there is a possibility.
Don't
that
tease me.
They'll make a.
Pre-mode.
I mean, I think that they
I hope they don't win.
You wouldn't be mad at that though.
they may challenge at
I
WrestleMania,
wouldn't.
perhaps.
Why?
Are you kidding me? They're going to throw him in out of nowhere and take away an opportunity for all these
Surprise.
legitimate tag teams that are already there?
No, I think what'll happen is Bellas
They're
will
just
come
an
in.
E-show. Like,
Bellas will
just
come
an
in
E-show?
after.
well, at this point.
We'll talk about that later.
Said
No, I think Bellas might come in after Chamber to challenge for the titles. But to me, you want to crown champions that will get a crowd reaction.
Yes.
I just don't think the crowd is going to be into Nia and Tamina. I think
100% yes.
whether you love them or hate them, I think the Iconics will get the strongest reaction.
They would.
Oh, yeah,
They're the
because-
most entertaining. And I think they should be the ones that win the titles. And they haven't had a lot of success lately. I think it's a great story.
Yeah,
I hope
you
so.
feel them one way or the other. You either hate them or love them. With Sasha and Bailey, it's just like you're just over them because they haven't had good storylines. They're friends, they're not friends, they're friends, they're not friends.
Yeah.
It's like we're just tired of that storyline.
100%.
So it's just like the Iconics do make sense because either way, you know,
Yeah.
they rub you a certain way.
But we'd be down for Mandy and Sonya. Obviously, you know, Sonya's family here, so we love her.
Yeah, anytime I get Cody, anytime I get what's my man Corey Graves talking about Mandy, I'm good, man. I can have him talking about Mandy.
That theme song is dope.
I'm saying
Anything
Iconics.
else? Oh, it's terrible.
It's so
Soft
hard.
porn.
Whoa.
I'm hoping it's Iconics. That is for sure.
Me too, brother.
Nikki Cross and EC3. They've been called up. Does anyone think that so far the trajectory has been as expected for either one of them?
They don't know what to. I don't know if they don't know what to do with her or they're just waiting to do something with her. But it's just like she was doing amazing on NXT.
Yep.
Things made sense, and now she's just there. And it feels like if you're a crazy person or this is the person you are, you need some type of like handler to talk you down from doing crazy stuff. And she's just out there being crazy all by herself.
She's doing the best she can.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking a step back though, those 6 call-up groups that were announced, I mean, we have varying degrees of success. I mean, we've seen Heavy Machinery. I haven't seen Lars yet at all. Lazy Evan, has she wrestled on the main roster?
The thing about Lars is more a personal thing. Going on.
For sure. But what I'm saying is that you have Nikki Cross and EC3, and you're kind of thinking, okay, these two are on the main roster. Maybe something will happen. And then what we're getting is like, well, that's kind of disappointing. A little bit. I wanted to see a little bit more of a splash.
That's why I feel like this is where you wait until after WrestleMania. Not
Yeah,
now.
very much so.
Yeah.
Yep, because they have nowhere to go with them.
Because Nikki could have really challenged for the NXT Women's Championship. She's such a unique human being, such a
100%.
unique character, so talented in what she does. And so's EC3. Say the same things for him. And I don't know. I just feel like it would have been a much bigger build-up for EC3.
EC3 is going to be Intercontinental Champion by SummerSlam.
He's built to be Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, that's his range, upper mid card. I think
I agree with
they're
that.
going to push him once WrestleMania is done. Right now, it's just not the time. It's like bringing in rookies to a team that's in the championship. You know, playing for in the finals or whatnot.
He's not
They don't have no spot.
necessarily a rookie, though.
Well, in their terms.
You know what I would
Yeah.
love to see, and this is something you never see? I want to see a man managing a woman. What if Eric Young managed
Somebody just said that in the
Nikki
chat.
Cross?
Because it's a good idea.
Very good.
Can we switch?
That's
switch
a really good idea.
Man, or the men be the valet for a second? Times are changing.
Why not? Eric Young is so good all the way around.
Why not?
And he's not getting any younger, but he should be on television. Eric Young is so talented. People who haven't seen what he's done in TNA, he was the most over good guy and the most over bad guy. That's because he's so great. Get him on TV.
Why not?
Storyline wise, it works too, right?
And it's
I mean,
okay. Like, take a backseat to a woman for once, man, and put her over and get some screen time while you're at it. Like
he's at a point in his career where this is territory for him. That's perfect, actually.
he's made money. He's done his thing. He's cemented his legacy. Why not put another chapter in the book, man, and be that guy to be like, yo, let me do this.
Yeah.
And Eric Young would be all about it.
Yeah,
he's
why
a
not?
very unselfish
Y'all,
person.
I don't need writers. Y'all need to get it together, man. Show some imagination, man. Show some
they
gumption, some guts.
trying.
Hey, yeah, what? I guess. Johnny coming up with better ideas, just sitting there
But I
typing on the
wonder,
laptop.
too, here's the thing, though. I wonder, too, the writers do come up with ideas, and then, you know, the head honcho's like, nah, we're not doing that.
That
Because
has always happened.
we don't know what ideas could have happened that got beat up.
But I'm all about what doesn't happen.
Here's
That's
a
it.
you guys notice in the commentary how they try to like promote EC3. it was kind of clumsy. It was almost like they were trying to find a new dimension to his character.
Why? I don't know.
Yeah, the drop of toxic masculinity fell flat in the worst way possible.
Who are you talking
They were talking about EC3 in the ring, and Michael Cole said, he could be described as a drop of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
And it went back and forth trying to like smooth that over. And I feel like, wow, I really
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that. No one knows what that means.
That's a new term, man.
Yeah. And so
Men are in hot water now.
it was just kind of weird. Like they're trying to make it different than the NXT and TNA version, but I don't think there's a direction for it yet. So.
Well,
But
there's
should
a
you,
story behind EC3 and TNA. He was the nephew of the woman who was in charge, who didn't know what the hell she was doing, who was playing with daddy's money. Like, that literally was the story.
Correct.
I just don't.
And it made sense.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why everyone wants to rock the boat. I like the cocky guy that's just better than you in the ring. I don't,
sure.
That works out in the gym and he's fit and he brings it to the. I don't get. Stop trying to make all this extra stuff, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I don't like tinsel on Christmas trees, man. You know what I mean?
tinsel.
I hate tinsel. Tinsel just throws off the trees, man. Listen. Yeah, I came after tinsel, man. I've always hated tinsel.
Okay.
I walk into somebody's house. I'm like, get that tinsel off the tree. He's regular.
Why in my house?
Well, there goes our,
Easy. Put some ornaments on my man.
there goes our sponsor there.
Shout out to tinsel.
Man. Once again,
Always add extra stuff.
speaking of confusing, Dean Ambrose once again. I don't know.
Man,
Shakes Seth's hands and then loses these. I don't know.
He's on his way.
Whatever.
He's on his way.
it's a rock, paper, scissors for Dean Ambrose if he wins each week, so you probably won
Poor
it this
Dean.
week. There's just not going
Poor
anywhere.
Dean.
Poor Dean. Yes,
If he's
poor
going- If he's
Dean.
going over to AEW, then he's good.
If was a fifth, I'd be hammered right now.
Well, looks like
he
we're-
ain't there yet.
Looks
Write
like
that
we're
one
going to
down.
get EC3 and Dean Ambrose maybe all the way to WrestleMania. Who knows?
that might be interesting.
Since you want to see your boy Rollins all over to me, let it come another rivalry between them. You like, Rollins ain't over yet. Why he's like, why won't they put Rollins on TV? Jim's like, I don't get it.
I mean, he just gets a promo tonight, and that's all.
How do we not get 3 hours of Seth Rollins?
Because I just don't understand.
Put it down now.
He was on
Monday Night Rollins.
He was on
okay?
Raw
This is
every
his show.
single week with 87 matches every single day. 16 people he
But
wrestled.
we need more.
But we need more Rollins.
We need more Rollins.
Dear
Wrestling.
God.
Jesus.
Somebody see his face. I'm like, get off the screen for 5 seconds.
So Elias gets interrupted a bunch of times tonight. Is it almost back to square one with Elias? 'Cause
Yes.
That's kind of what happened early on.
We talked about it last week, right?
Oh, man.
But is that a bad thing, though?
Mate, listen, Jim called it, man. You're 100%. That guitar is his crutch.
Yep. Kill the character.
Kill
right now.
it!
You're bringing him down to the bottom. Now he's below mid card.
Oh my
he's
God.
below mid card at this point, and now it's when you strip him of all this.
It drives me crazy.
This is a point. This is actually a good thing. So when you're bringing him out with the Lucha guys, that is like a death knell to your career at this point for him and his character. So what you do now, you saw that mean streak in a second, and you hit him with the guitar, but now you go all about. Now you make him a angry, just badass
Bitter,
heel
yeah.
that's beating people
I
down.
would love Angry Elias because he is huge.
We got no mojo this week, man. I'm like, yo, come
Somebody
on.
just said that in the
Mojo
chat too.
Mojo in the mirror.
Yeah, how about them have something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, stop messing around with Elias, man.
There's just confusion going on. I think it was obvious tonight when we saw the Angle and Drew McIntyre and everyone just kind of bunched up together. What's going on there? I think we're at a point where there's like they just need to. These pay-per-views coming up, or these two events are major hindrances to these WrestleMania storylines, and you can see that nothing's getting developed because of these two, like the Elimination Chamber and Fastlane coming up, and they don't know what to do with these guys. You had like 6 guys in a ring that they couldn't figure out who's going to feud with who.
That match, what, 3 segments long? It was long.
Yeah,
It was really
long.
long. And they restarted it too. It was kind of odd.
Well, okay. TK, take it away.
Oh, that was a terrible transition. Hey guys, before we move on to our next topic, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you are on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you are on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. So definitely a lot of comments last week. Definitely a lot of comments this week. Ecosystem for Jim. Being a part of the AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and we truly appreciate you supporting us in doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows.
Before we close out, we got to do a quick little, couple little predictions here. But if you want to do a little reset on Elias, Andre Battle Royal, Elias wins, and then brags about that for a while. Doesn't need guitar. Boom. All right, so we already talked about the women's Elimination Chamber match. How about the men's Elimination Chamber match? Bryan, Styles, Hardy, Orton, Joe, and now I guess Mustafa Ali is out. So maybe they'll add a 6th
Are you
person.
joking?
Yeah, I guess he's injured.
Oh, wow.
That got announced today.
Wow.
So anyone, I say Daniel Bryan has to retain. He's got a brand new title, and my God, is he awesome.
Yeah.
He's never been better.
I agree. I think Brian retains, but that sets up something with Joe. Because Joe's been on a tear lately.
He's always on a
With
tear.
everybody.
Always.
AJ's got to win because what else do you have for him going into WrestleMania? You have AJ win, then you can make Daniel Bryan the chaser for the title.
I think that's, you get AJ versus a legend, perhaps.
Very possible. Very possible.
This is a guy that ran the company. He's the Rollins of SmackDown.
Oh, my.
You can't throw him out.
Jim, I'm
for
about,
WrestleMania.
I'm about to stone cold stun Jim.
If there's anyone who could wrestle a legend and people would get really amped up, it'd be AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So I'm just-
Angle, if they
Rollins,
want to
that's
switch
what-
that up, I guess that could work.
could happen.
Why not? It's interesting, though, what you're saying, though, like, because I always feel bad when someone's biggest match of their career, they can't do it. You know, so Mustafa, speedy recovery, hopefully. You know,
Yeah.
that always is rough. That's the biggest match of his life, you know?
And real quick, Lashley and Rush versus Balor. Do we see the title changing hands this Sunday? Anyone?
I don't.
Who cares?
Yeah, having it being a handicap will totally make it the win dirty for Lashley. Maybe Rush gets involved, but I don't see.
You don't see him losing.
No, I really think there's something bigger for Finn. Maybe after
Yes.
WrestleMania season, and I don't think the IC title's the answer.
Okay, fair
keep
enough.
it with Lashley.
Let's all say our goodbyes. Evan T. Mac, Coach Cena, go.
Yeah, man. Every Team Mac, Instagram, and Twitter, man. Listen, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Listen, who we up in there? Dan, Zeno Hour, Ghost, Bosa, as usual, Jay Will. What it do? Zeno Hour, what up?
Uptime.
Carlos.
Jim.
And Uptime.
I am officially your heel. I'm taking it. You can
Oh, yo,
contact
get
me
him.
at the Jim Alexander on
Get him.
social media, realtalker.com.
Doesn't like women. Go ahead.
Australian ones. I just said I like Australian ones especially. Jeez.
Oh, my
On Instagram
God.
at Flobito, Flobito.com, and on Twitter at FloboBoys. Thank you.
You can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. Make sure to check out Women's Wrestling Weekly. Tomorrow we have a former WWE diva coming on. Also NXT is tomorrow. If you watched Total Bellas, that was on today. If you like boxing and UFC, there's a show coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. And VH1.
Perfect. At Jay Quasto this weekend, I'll be at the Punchline in San Francisco, February 14 to 16. Next Saturday, Blackcraft Wrestling is having an iPay-per-view in Toronto with Destiny Wrestling. It's Blackcraft versus Destiny. It's going to be a lot of fun at the Battle Arts Academy, which is Santino Morella's place. Looking forward to calling those matches. And Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, watch it every single week on Fight TV.
My man.
It is so good right now. The taping was amazing yesterday. If you're not watching every single week, you're going crazy.
My
All right?
man.
Download on Fight TV for free. It's amazing. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Happy Black History Month.
Uptime.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.